Think about shoes like that.
Let's do it down. Can we do it down here? Can we do the? No, we can't do.
It takes me 5 hours to get dressed.
Right, Dusty. We are live. I'm afraid. What's the shoe?
Right. Okay.
That's smashing.
Right.
Right, this is going to be a little bit brief, I'm afraid, short and brief. It's nice to see the old places again. Tell me, I mean, looking back at the days of the Springfields and your first career, does it actually seem a lawful long time ago now, or does it seem
a
like
lawful? It seems like a long time ago. Yeah, I started on my own in 1963, which is an awful long time ago. Come to think of it.
Yeah, but I mean. That long. I mean, curiously enough, I mean, I was listening to your record the other day, Dusty Springfield's Greatest Hits, which is out at the moment, and the songs on there sound as fresh as they ever did, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't wish to interrupt you on something, but it is not out yet. It'll be out in February.
Oh, well, it's out in my pocket.
Lovely.
Tell me, I mean, after all those years as Dusty Springfield, I mean, in many ways a legendary figure, has it ever occurred to you to envy the ordinary life? I mean, do you ever wish I was not a star?
Only on Sundays when I used to. I don't know why. I was always going to Blackpool on a Sunday on a train, and it was always raining, and it was always like about 4:00, and I'd always look into the people's houses, and they were having their tea, and I thought I'd like to be in there having my tea. But I know that if I'd have been there having my tea, I'd rather have been in Blackpool. So really, I'm not very easily satisfied.
Do you ever regret anything looking back? And looking forward, I suppose, but looking back over what has happened, do you regret contracts, associations?
I regret some of the managers I've had, but I can't think that there's any artist in the world that doesn't run into... I've never been ripped off. I've been very lucky. I've had honest managers, but I've had inept ones. And, nice, dangerous, but inept.
Well, it does seem that the pop music business... I mean,
I've got a good one now, though.
Oh, right. It does seem to be the pop music business in many ways is filled with people who are apparently very pleasant, but when it comes down to the hard knuckle of the game, they're really quite hard-nosed and a little unpleasant after all.
Well, and particularly in Los Angeles, because Californians in general are very, very friendly people, and when they say come over to my house for dinner, they mean it. You know, when you're in Los Angeles, come over and see us. But there's a level of nastiness within the business in Los Angeles that's absolutely amazing. In fact, you are not invited unless you have a number one record, or there is some specific reason for you to be sitting at that dinner table. People don't invite you just because they like you. There's got to be a reason for everything. English people don't seem to be like that.
No, I was going to ask you how you feel about England, because you're back here now after spending 4 or 5 years in America.
I was in Piccadilly Circus last night, and it was really, everyone was very pinched and cold looking, but they've still managed to smile. I don't know. I've no idea how you all manage to smile, because things aren't all that great here at the moment. But there's a sense of humour that's lacking. It's not that it's lacking in the States, it's that it's different. I mean, they have Woody Allen and their neurosis, and there's a whole set of English neurosis, but the English people have much more of a sense of the absurd, which I think it keeps us all alive. I'm actually Irish, so I have a real sense of the absurd.
One lovely little touch. I mean, I know that you've got cats, for instance. I thought it was a nice touch to call them Fortnum and Mason, which I thought was very special.
That's my posh bit, but Mason disappeared into the hills of Los Angeles, and I've not seen him since, but Fortnum is a real toffee-nosed so-and-so. Speaking of cats, can I just get on my soapbox for 1 second?
Okay, for 2 seconds.
Very, very quickly. People always say, well, why do people go away to places like Los Angeles, and part of it was tax reasons, and now Mrs. Thatcher has been very nice and made life easier for people who can make some money, and it's just awkward that when you go away and you set up a home and a home life. I love animals, and most people love animals, and they can't bring them into this country because of these crazy quarantine laws that you have. And I don't want to put my cats away for 6 months and have them catch diseases that they don't have before they arrive. And nobody gets rabies these days. That went out with bubonic plague.
Well, fortunately, Dusty, there are no laws to prevent you coming back to the country. Thank you very much indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, Dusty Springfield.